Hello everyone, this is Laptop 251, and in this video we're going to take a look at the 7 best laptops for Revit. As an architect or an architectural student, you might think that you need a powerhouse for Revit. However, this is not the case. Contrary to that, we found that Revit requires a fast SSD, a good amount of RAM, a multi-core processor, and a mid-range GPU. So let's get started. The best for Revit with a 3060 graphics card is the GIGABYTE AORUS 15P KD. The AORUS 15P houses the Intel Core i7 chipset at the core, which can assume turbo clock speeds of up to 4.6 GHz. The 6-core architecture of this mobile chipset allows for mechanical and electrical engineers to handle 3D models. For RAM, it includes 16 GB, which is more than enough for most projects, and for users who need more RAM, they have an option to upgrade to 64 GB. As far as the graphics support is concerned, there's an RTX 3060 GPU with 6 GB of VRAM on board, capable of helping engineers with seamless Revit rendering and 3D simulations. Storage-wise, there's a 512 GB solid-state drive to work. This high-speed storage unit can store over 1,000 mid-size RVT files and retrieve Revit imports and exports in virtually no time. The 15.6-inch IPS screen comes forth as a reliable asset. The FHD display makes it a good choice for 3D modeling professionals. I'd say that this Revit-compatible notebook is on the heavier side at 4.8 pounds, so consider this if you take your laptop with you a lot. In terms of autonomy, this machine offers 9 hours of battery life, which is not bad unless you're looking to travel a lot with this laptop. If you're looking for a machine that can run resources other than basic CAD software units, the AORUS 15P KD is a great option to consider. The best option for 3D modeling is the MSI Creator 15. At the core, MSI fits its famed octa-core Intel i7 chipset. The Intel Core i7 processor ensures the fastest possible generative design and inclusion of parametric components, regardless of the Revit model you're working on. When it comes to graphics support, MSI packs in an RTX 3060 GPU. The 6 GB of video card memory ensures improved textures, which eventually make way for realistic prototypes. Despite these resourceful traits, we were most impressed with the 16 GB of RAM. This feature is more than capable of handling complex designs in Revit. And for fast data transfer, there is a 512 GB SSD, resulting in the fastest possible accessibility. When it comes to the display, the Creator 15 Professional qualifies as the best laptop for structural engineers owing to the 4K resolution and the color-accurate display. In addition to the responsive and bright touchscreen, MSI also makes room for slimmer bezels and a 180-degree hinge for added portability. The battery life is only 10 hours, but you might end up getting close to 6 hours if you choose to deploy the same purely for analytical and physical modeling. Overall, the MSI Creator 15 Professional is a complete Revit-compatible machine, more so for structural engineers in charge of designing, modeling, and rendering concrete structures, steel panels, and other complex tasks. The best Dell laptop for Revit is the Dell G3 15. When it comes to processing firepower, the Intel Core i7 chipset is a resourceful inclusion. The 6-core architecture of this SoC allows you to seamlessly design plumbing systems, electrical pathways, and HVAC ducting layouts with precision. An RTX 2060 graphics card input empowers you as a structural engineer or a conductor professional that require visually precise rendering. There's 16 gigs of RAM to work with. There's also a 512 GB SSD to store all your projects. The 15.6-inch display is more on the expected lines, but Dell making room for an overall resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels. Also, the excellent refresh rate of 144 Hz makes it easier for engineers to refresh designs and refer to videos for modeling better channels and lines. The laptop weighs 5.18 pounds, which is an aesthetic marvel, and has a battery life of up to 6 hours. Overall, if you're more into fabrication, documentation, and modeling via MEP extensions and resources, precisely for mechanical, electrical, and plumbing scenarios, the Dell G3 15 3500 is an ideal laptop for Revit to purchase. The best laptop from Asus is the Asus ROG Zephyrus G14. At the helm, Asus features the speed and resource-intensive AMD Ryzen 9 processor. You also get access to a mid-range NVIDIA GeForce RTX 360 GPU. Also, the 6GB of video RAM facilitates seamless detailing and allows for architects to use Revit for precise reinforcement detailing. As far as system memory is concerned, there's 16 gigs of RAM to work with. This feature allows you to manage diverse projects and Revit resources without experiencing system lags. Storage-wise, the Asus ROG Zephyrus G14 features a huge SSD module with a terabyte of SSD. As far as the display is concerned, the Asus ROG Zephyrus G14 brings forth a 14-inch 1080p screen. The Full HD display also assumes an overall refresh rate of 144 Hz, which is more than adequate for viewing parametric designs and renders in real time without frame drops. Other reliable laptop-specific resources include a durable keyboard with decent feedback support, Wi-Fi support, and a decent connection of high-speed USB ports including Type-C and Type-A, USB 3.0, and even an HDMI output. The 3.64-pound notebook isn't really heavy and can be carried around with ease, provided you want to take your work along your trips. We weren't pleased with the 10-hour battery life, which restricts the Asus ROG Zephyrus G14 as a primary desktop replacement. The best laptop with a 17-inch screen is the HP NV17. Powering the NV17 is the Intel Core i7 11th Gen chipset, which can clock at a maximum speed of up to 4.7 GHz. The GeForce MX 450 GPU allows for seamless splitting of wall layers, concrete pours, and fabrication. HP also makes room for 32GB of high-speed RAM that harmonizes with third-party extensions and facilitates better teamwork. The 1TB SSD is a significant addition, allowing you to quickly store projects, layouts, and designs. Also, the storage module is instrumental in loading the Windows 11 OS in virtually no time. Next in line is the massive 17.3-inch HD Plus screen. The display ensures that you do not miss out on any critical details despite augmenting diverse models with the highest level of detail. Other professionally conducted features include potent speakers, a backlit keyboard, Type-C and Type-A ports, and a standalone HDMI slot connecting to external displays. The 6.02-pound laptop has a diverse port selection, with the addition of Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth 5.0. When it comes to the battery life, this sub-$1,500 laptop offers 10 hours of autonomy. However, if you're a relentless professional, it might take a big 4-hour hit. Overall, there aren't many better Revit-compatible laptops on the market for the given price point, especially for a mid-level contractor or fabricator. The best laptop for mid-level Revit projects is the Lenovo Legion Y540. When it comes to processing power, this Revit laptop features the Intel Core i7 chipset, boasting the 6-core architecture and a maximum turbo clock speed of up to 4.5 GHz. Lenovo brings in the GTX 1650 GPU coupled with 4 GB of video RAM. This attribute facilitates advanced architectural designs and ensures top-of-the-line rendering performances. Lenovo also accommodates 32 GB of RAM for handling multiple MEP fabrication and elements without system slowdowns. Plus, there's a 512 GB solid-state drive in place, best known for better project and resource accessibility. The 15.6-inch screen is a significant addition, owing to the overall resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels. Furthermore, you also get a standard backlit keyboard and a secure fingerprint scanner. Other resourceful attributes include a host of USB ports, Thunderbolt 3 slot, Wi-Fi 6 standard, a decent webcam, and a maximum battery life of up to 5 hours. Overall, the 6.6-pound Lenovo Legion doesn't target a specific Revit-specific domain, but allows you to manage structural tasks, electrical modeling, architectural design, construction, and fabrication without breaking a sweat. Best for mechanical students is the Acer Swift X. Creating models and interconnecting systems in Revit demands a lot of processing power. Powered by the 8-core AMD Ryzen 7, Acer meets that demand. 16 gigs of RAM provides ample fast memory for editing a 300 MB model. Sadly, it's not upgradable, which limits the size of models you can handle. The 14-inch IPS display has 100% sRGB with a 16:9 aspect ratio and sharp viewing angles. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050 Ti offers decent graphics processing. But if you want to use Enscape, run renders, or create 3D models, you could go for the MSI Creator 15 instead because of the better graphics processing. The laptop has 512 gigabytes of SSD storage. It's great that Acer provides an extra SSD slot as users often need more storage for Revit and other such software. The 10-hour plus battery life is definitely a welcomed add-on. For better performance, plug in the charger while running models on Revit. You can run your favorite CAD software on Acer Swift X, a sleek portable machine, all that in just over $1,000. Overall, the Acer Swift X is more of an entry-level Revit compatible laptop that beats out other products on this list in terms of value for money. In conclusion, any of the laptops found on this list would be a great option to use for Revit. However, we'd recommend the GIGABYTE AORUS for more power users. And for those users who are just starting out or want a budget option, we would recommend the Acer Swift X. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and have a great day.